Hello, it's Randy Duck and welcome back. This time we've got another episode of Decent Defeats. We're up to episode 7 now. And I quite enjoy making this sort of series. And today we've got two replays for you. We've got one in the Tier 10 American heavy tank, the E5, and the second in the American heavy premium tank, the T54E2. Aka the slaughterhouse. So yeah, on to the first replay then. We are on Sand River, which I quite enjoy, especially when we've got no fun police in the game. So that, it's going to make my life a lot easier. And because there's no fun police in the game, I thought, you know what, I'm going to try the sort of middle location, which I tend not to go anymore, just because really this ridge I like to use, one gets completely nailed by the fun police, and two, it's just not as useful anymore. Things get crossed too quickly. But I thought in this particular game I just wanted to mix it up, so I thought I'd try it out again. And again, you can see already that like this T54 and this Carnarvon, they've already got way across before I've even got a chance to go up and spot them. But nonetheless, we're going to stay in this sort of location. There is no, like I say, fun police in the game, so it means I can sort of go hold down in this tank. It has a really decent turret, apart from the fact, obviously, it does have a pretty big polar, so that which obviously is a weak point. But you can sort of wiggle about, and they're not guaranteed to pen you every time if you're using the angle to increase the armour of that. Cupola, so it's not a guaranteed pen. We've got this object 268, which I would like to get rid of. I kind of shot the train in front of him there because I know he's a one shot. I was just trying to get rid of some of the scenery so I could get an actual clear shot at him to try and take him out. Unfortunately, he gets back into cover, so I'm struggling to get shots at this guy. And it's frustrating because he is a one shot, and I would like to clean this out. We're kind of, unfortunately, our whole team's sort of either in our base or in this middle location, and we don't actually, in this occasion, have anyone on the right. So we're limited map control here. So, which kind of explains, I'm not going to give anything away. We lose this game, hence the title. But I'm sort of consciously aware that we're getting surrounded, but there's not really a lot I can do about it. So. You can see I keep sort of spinning around, making sure they haven't got all the way behind me yet to get shots into me, because I don't want to get shot in the side. But I'm just going to try and just clear as much as I can, really, because we're 2 tanks down. It's still winnable, even though we're in a bad position. But what I would like to do is win one side. If we win the side in front of us, then it means I could drive over that side and get on the opposite side of this ridge where I am now. Their side of the ridge, and it's a good position to defend the base from. But I can't. I need to sort of. It's awkward. It's an awkward situation at the moment because I've got, like I said, I can see that there's tanks coming behind me. I keep checking, have a look. I'm just really trying to push and get some damage out. But there is this T54 in front of me. If I can get rid of him, then I might be able to sort of push over and see if I can take out the TD and try and get onto their side of the ridge. You can see this Diamondback, he's moved forward and he's presented lovely shots for me. So he put one into him, and then I realised, it's go time now. I can't hang around here anymore. They're already in our base. We're now 4 tanks down. It's not looking good. So I was just making sure I didn't have any shots, and I think at this point I realised I'm going to have to push this Diamondback, which you can see has presented itself to me. And then get over to the other side of the ridge. I'll swap to heat just because, although I can pen this guy of AP, if I hit his lower plate, I'm up against it time wise, and I can't afford to get like an unfortunate bounce because I've just got to kill this guy as quickly as possible. So this is my plan now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get round onto the other side of this ridge, and in the hope that I can use this ridge to defend from the base. That's why I really wanted to win this side. The quicker I won it, the better it was going to be for me. Because we're now in a 3 versus 7 scenario. I'm still not 100% sure where the tank destroyer is, so I'm kind of just hoping he doesn't have shots on me here. But then this Carnarvon gets spotted, and now I have to kill him ASAP. I've got to get rid of this guy straight away because obviously, I can't have him shooting me in the rear while I've got a horde of tanks coming at me. We do manage to just shut him down, and now it's a 2 versus 6 scenario, and the whole enemy team are pushing around into this Type 5. Now what I really want the Type 5 to do is reverse up towards me, so the enemy team have to come round on him, but I don't think he's got enough time, because I'm shooting this Valor, but I'd rather be shooting the one shot, but the one shot's not presenting itself to me, and I don't want to push down into this dip, because then when he dies I'm going to have absolute no cover. We did manage to get a lot of shots into the Valor. We get a second one into it, put him on a one shot. Now this is where, you know, if the Type 5 was able to get a bit closer to me, then I could have been killing the one shots and I would have had a half a chance in this game, but we're in a 1 versus 5, so I'm just trying to make it as difficult as I can, but while trying to get as many shots as I can, but just low down. You know, I'm going to put this 277 on a one shot now. So there is 3 one shots, so it's like if I could have took them out, but you can see I can't quite manage to get that shot there. But I do shot down the Valor, and then my worst nightmare, I realised there's a full health Super Conqueror coming for me. Well, almost full health. You know, if he was maybe a one shot or 2 shot, I might have half a chance, but he had too many hit points. So we get one in, confirming another kill. We're just trying to wiggle, just a hope, but he's going to go for the polar while I'm trying to finish off another one shot. And that brings it to an end of the game. So, yeah, it was a defeat, but I thought the end was a little bit exciting. You know, when it was all rushing me up the hill, so I thought we'd get that one up there. You know, this is how we finish off. We get 5 kills, 7,388 damage. High caliber, only the first class. Maybe we'd have got a 6 kill, might have got the ace, who knows. But that's it for the first replay, the first defeat. But stay with us for the game. We've got a bigger game coming up, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, thanks for staying with us. So here we are on the second replay, and this time I'm in the T54E2, which is the unskinned slaughter premium tank, and we've teamed up with Rossi on Arctic region. Now, I actually really like this tank. I think I've got some videos in the slaughterhouse on my channel, but I really enjoy this tank. I'm using it with the 3-shot autoloader. It actually comes with 2 guns. You can use it with the 3-shot autoloader for 360 alpha, or you can use it for a single shot. And I think both guns are actually viable. You know, you could use the single shot gun. I think Rossi actually plays it with a single shot, and I can see where in a lot of occasions it might be better. But I personally, you know, enjoy using the auto shot, the 3-shot autoloader. It just, you know, when you get in those tier 10 lobbies, it's nice. You know, you've got a really nice clip potential, and you really feel you can put the damage into them. But anyway, we're on Arctic region. It's on the counter, and I'm going to push over to where the heavy flank is. I didn't want to go into the middle to spot, because we've already got Rossi in a medium tank, and he can do that for us. Plus, I didn't want to get stuck in a situation where I couldn't then progress forward, because I am in a heavy tank after all. So we moved over, we're seeing if we get any shots. We've found this T54E3, we get 1 shot into him, high roll for 381 damage, which is a lovely, good start. And we're just going to be a little bit patient, because, you know, we haven't been spotted yet, and just see if anything pokes again, allowing us to get another shot in. You know, I would like to try and, if I could, shoot my clip and then start progressing forward once we've sort of sussed out what's there. So we've seen this Dreadnought. We tried to get a little cheeky shot into him, but we missed. And now I decide that there's obviously not a lot of tanks there from what I can see. I don't want to be sitting around not getting damage, because I think I'm pretty close to my 3 mark at this stage. So I decide I'm going to push up. But while I'm pushing, you know, it's wasted time at this point. I can't shoot anyone. There's nothing to shoot. So I went for a reload. So the time I get there, I'm already reloaded. You know, if I would have waited to reload before I left, you know, it would have been 30 seconds, whatever, I've had to wait. But now I've arrived at my destination, I've got 3 shots ready to go. We get 1 into the track, we're hoping we should be able to finish this guy off, which we do, putting us up to 1,270 damage. And yeah, picking up a kill. So we've got this Dreadnought. He looks like he's getting full rushed. I'm expecting him to die. But Rossi is just informed me he's in a little bit of trouble. There's a lot of tanks coming towards him. So I'm going to try and see if I can help him out by taking out some of these tanks. The Tiger one, you know, he looks like it's a tank which I should be able to clip out. So we're going to fully aim, make sure we get those shots in. We get 1 in. We go for the confirm. And now we're going to see if we can get a shot into this KV4. We go for the lower plate. We do put one in, putting us up to 2,200. Now this is where the single shot would be better, because I'm now waiting on a reload, and there was actually tanks I still could be shooting. So I wasn't, once I've dumped my clip, I wasn't really able to help Rossi out anymore. Like this is, you know, where it gets a bit like, oh my god, there's a Black Prince, I could just be farming here if I wasn't waiting for my clip. But that's just the swings around of it. I don't think really, personally, there's one which is better than the other. I think both guns are viable. But there we go. We do manage to then, you know, that's an example where the Orchard would come out really nice. We put 2 into the Black Prince, and then we still had 1 left to finish off the one-shot Draugen. So we're on 3,000 damage now, and you know, we're actually winning at this point. It's encounter, so I'm not concerned by us getting capped out. So yeah, it's looking pretty good for us at the moment. But it does, unfortunately, you know, time to turn a little bit. But we've seen this Black Prince. We're hoping we can finish off him. We do. We're hoping we may then be able to finish off this guy there, which we do. So now 4 versus 7. And we've up to 3,000 damage, 1,000 blocked, and a tiny little bit of assistance. So I think at this point, I've noticed there's a Borsig to my left. Now, I'm thinking at this point, I maybe should have pushed round the long way back up where I came to then take out the Borsig. That probably would have been the smarter play. But as I push around here, we spot this 54 TP. So we're hoping we can take out another tank, which we do. And then we're trying to pull back so we don't take one off that Borsig, because, you know, if he's got the big gun, it's going to hurt. Either way, we don't want to lose any hit points. But I think I must be, I am fairly close to free marking this one. I've already done the slaughterhouse. So I think I was just kind of thinking about, I wanted to get as most damage as I could. So I was going to full send the Borsig, because as it's encounter, if I take out this Borsig, then I've got a good position to defend the base from anyway. I'm just hoping I can get there without taking too much damage. I could potentially clip this guy out, which I'm hoping to do. So we get 1 in. Unfortunately, he does pen his shot straight through our turret, which is unfortunate for us. We should get our full shots in there. Unfortunately, I low rolled the last shot, and I don't manage to finish him off. So we're going to keep pushing. I was hoping that I might have been able to just ram him before he potentially gets his reload off, but I completely misjudged that. And he had obviously had a smaller gun in, and he got a second shot in. So although he is now dead, it's a little bit frustrating. Maybe I should have been a bit more patient, but I noticed that I had to go quick because there was stuff behind me, and I didn't want to get caught in a situation where they were shooting me in the rear. Otherwise I would have just died. So that's why I just had to take the gamble and take the shots off of the Borsig. But maybe if I'd have went the long way, which might have been the safer approach, I wouldn't have had that dilemma. But yeah, anyway, we do manage to take him out. We're now at 5,000 damage, and it's a 2 versus 2 scenario. Our hammer is pushing up into the cap. I think it is a hammer left, and I believe he's fairly healthy. But I would kind of like this hammer to stay back a little bit now, because what I want them to do is I want them to push into the cap, and then I'll be able to kill them. Like this KB4, he was pushing all the way around, and you know, it's not the hammer's fault or anything like that, but because he got spotted, the hammer, that KB4 is now stopped, and he's trying to get shots into the hammer, and I think the hammer's actually getting destroyed at this point. What I was hoping for was the KB4 might just keep pushing all the way round, and then I'd clip him out once it got into the open. Like I say, there's nothing wrong with what the hammer has done there. It's just one of them scenarios which has made it a little bit awkward for me. So I'm going to see if I can now take out the Atomic, which looks like he is pushing the hammer, but I haven't quite got the shots. So I'm going to have to adjust my position to see if we can finish him off. I need to take out one of the two here. Unfortunately, our hammer then does get taken out by the KB4. Now, I think both of these tanks, I'm aware, are clippable to me. I can clip, but obviously with it being the autoloader, once I've dumped my clip, I'm going to be out and they could rush me. So the tank I would like to really kill is probably the Atomic now, because he's the quickest. So I'm going to, I'll see if this KB4 would push out into the open first, and it looks like he knows I'm there, and he's a bit wised up to it, so he's not going to do that. So I suspect that means the atomic is actually making a play. So I'm going to poke up to get a bit more information, and the atomic was, and this is where this has cost me. This probably cost me the game. That single track there, I think, cost me the game, because I would have killed that atomic. You see, I put him on a one shot. If I didn't, that first shot doesn't go blind into his track, I would have enough time to reload and kill this KV4 probably before he actually got up to me, because he wouldn't have the best gun depression going up the hill. So, you know, in 5 seconds now, I would be able to take out this KV4 because I'd only be dealing with one tank. But because I failed to kill that atomic, it's put me in an awkward situation. So I'm thinking the atomic is probably going to be pushing around me. That's what I would do, you know, just squeeze me in. So I'm going to see if I can take out this atomic and hope I have enough time to kill the KV4. So there we go. We do manage to take out that atomic, but I'm kind of thinking the KV4 is probably pushing me. So my plan is to fall all the way back into this little dip and just hope that I can bounce a shot off of him and clip him out. You know, I'm hoping that he comes round and I manage to sort of catch him off guard. I can sort of get hold down here. I can't. It's not brilliant. I can't completely hide my lower plate. You know, I was hiding most of it, but you can still. You know, also I've got quite a big cupola on this tank. The KV4, I think, when the premium round's got some pretty good penetration. So I need to be able to bounce a shot, and I need to not bounce any shots on him. You know, like I say, I can clip him. I'm hoping he's going to come round like he does, which he does. Unfortunately, I go for the low plate shot and I bounce. I get the second one in, and then I bounce the third shot, and that is so frustrating. You know, I went for the track wheel shot hoping to pen and track him in place, and I did track him, but I don't pen him, and that's probably just killed me now. I sort of try and block a shot off of him. I mean, I do manage to, but I'm not, yeah, unless he's so close to me now, he's just going to be able to go straight for my cupola. You see I'm wiggling to make it harder for him to get a shot in, but unfortunately he reloads and just finishes me off, which is a real shame, because that thing would have given me a Radley's. But, you know, I gave it my best shot at trying to win it, and sometimes you just don't, and in the end it was still a good game. I had 7 kills, ace tanker, high caliber, yeah, got the Devastator, and I think I got 6,600 damage. So yeah, it was a pretty good game in the end. This is just a real shame I don't manage to get that shots in. Like I say, in my opinion, in that game, if I don't bounce a shot on the track wheel of the atomic, I think I would have won the game. But as it stands, I didn't. But you know, I hope you enjoyed watching the replay. We're getting really close to that 1,000 sub mark now. So yeah, as always, thanks for watching. Happy tanking.
Hadouken!